Hello everyone, welcome back, and here we are going to discuss about Ohm's law. So generally what is Ohm's law mean? At constant temperature the applied voltage is directly proportional to current in a conductor. Assume that this is this metal scale is conductor. For that metal scale I am going to apply some voltage. Okay. So this one is connected to positive terminal and this end is connected with negative terminal of the battery. If I switch on the battery, what will happen? Current will flow from positive terminal to negative terminal of that battery. So according to applied voltage, current will flow in that conductor. Okay. So understand that at constant temperature, it's not variable temperature, at constant temperature only we are talking about now. At constant temperature the applied voltage is directly proportional to current. V is directly proportional to I. Don't confuse, V is directly proportional to I. So if the direct proportional is removed, in the sense we need to add one constant in physics. So V is directly proportional to I, therefore V is equal to IR. So simply remember that V is equal to IR, right? Very good, equally ready, very good, equally ready. V is equal to IR. Yes, please remember that V is equal to IR means very good, equally ready. So for better understanding that equation, V is equal to IR, right? Okay. So from that Ohm's law, what is the use? What is the application part? So from that Ohm's law, we can able to identify the given material has how much resistance. So we can find out the resistance of the given material or given conductor. Okay, we are talking about only conductor, right? Okay, let's move on to the topic. So Ohm's law, at constant temperature applied voltage is directly proportional to current in a conductor. That's fine, no need to mug up anything. At constant temperature the applied voltage V is directly proportional to current I in a conductor, right? So here I wrote in V, applied voltage directly proportional to current I. So this proportional should be removed. If you are removing this proportional, we should add one constant. That constant is called resistance R. Therefore I can write V equal to IR. V is applied voltage, I is current, R is resistance. So from that only we can able to find out the resistance, R is the resistance. So from the Ohm's law we can able to find out or calculate the resistance value of a given conductor, right. So this is one simple experiment to study about Ohm's law, experimental setup. Here I have one conductor, right. That conductor is connected to battery. So what I told earlier, so assume that this metal scale is conductor. So this side is connected with positive terminal and this side is connected with negative terminal. Okay. So positive terminal and negative terminal. So what will happen if you switch on the power, what will happen? The current will flow through from positive to negative terminal. Yes, the current will pass through from positive terminal to negative terminal, and here we have how many cells we are using here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cells are connected in series. Assume that each cell have 1.5 cell, 1.5 volt or 2 volt, right. So if you have 1.5 into 4 volt, 1.5 into 4 cells, therefore it will give 6 volt. So 6 volt is here, or otherwise practically we will have variable regulator, voltage regulator. From 0 to 12 volt we can able to, just like a regulator fan, we can able to regulate the voltage. For that same battery also we can able to use as practically. Okay. Now if I am increasing the voltage, what will happen? The current flow through this conductor also increases, linearly increases. That's why we are saying that V is directly proportional to I. Okay. After this, okay, and here we have voltmeter. What is the purpose of voltmeter? Yes, of course, to measure volt across or parallel to this conductor, right? Across this conductor or parallel to this conductor we are connecting voltmeter, and don't muck up this plus sign and minus sign, right? So here we have the positive terminal of the battery, right? So it is connected to this side, therefore this voltmeter should be plus sign only. The plus sign of voltmeter should be connected to plus side of battery. And similarly here we have key is connected and it is connected seriously with one ammeter. What is the role of ammeter? To measure current, yes. So here we have, here the negative terminal of the battery is connected to the negative terminal of ammeter, and positive terminal of the ammeter is connected to the conductor, and other side of the voltmeter minus sign is connected to that point. Yes, it's clear. The voltmeter is connected parallelly because of high resistance, ammeter is connected in series because of low resistance to measure current, to measure volt. So if you are changing the voltage, what about across this conductor, what is the voltage and how much current it passed through this conductor? From that we can able to calculate from or measure from ammeter. It's clear. So by practical we are doing like that. So for that we put one tabular column. So V and I and V by I, that is equal to R, right? So how much voltage we are providing to that conductor, how much current it passes or is passing. And similarly if you are varying the voltage, for that how much current is passing, for that we should calculate V by I. So by doing so we can able to draw a graph. In that graph, y axis is voltage, x axis is current. We can change y axis is current, x axis as voltage. You can choose your own way, but try to understand how we need to apply the concept here. In generally I am taking as y axis is voltage and x axis is current. So whenever if any conductors or any ohmic substance that will follow Ohm's law, that means V is directly proportional to current. So it starts from origin 0, 0 and linearly increases. Linearly increases means straight line, goes as in straight line. So V increases corresponding, I will also increases correspondingly. So similarly it increases with just like it increases, current will also increases. Voltage increases, current corresponding to the current will increases. That is the concept here. So this line is indicating straight line, okay, linear or straight line. From that straight line we can able to calculate the resistance of the given material or given conductor. How? In the sense, here I draw y axis voltage and x axis current, but current here I taken as milliampere. So this ammeter is measure milliampere size. Milliampere means 10 power minus 3, microampere means 10 power minus 6. Similarly millivolt in the sense 10 power minus 3 volt, microvolt in the sense 10 power minus 6 volt, remember that. And here in y axis we have voltage. So in y axis I have take 1 unit, right? 1 unit contains 1 volt. And similarly in x axis I have 1 unit contains 2 milliampere. In x axis 1 unit has 2 milliampere. So here I plotted some points. So 2, 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8. Now our aim is to calculate the resistance value at this point. Okay. So we need to find out what is the resistance value of this particular point, that is 4, 8 milliampere. So as according to Ohm's law we know that V is equal to IR. From that we can write R is equal to V by I. So here I used R is equal to V by I. So what is the voltage in that graph? 4 volt, right? What is the ampere here for this point is 8 milliampere. So 8 into 10 power minus 3. So 10 power minus 3 should goes to numerator, in the sense it will become plus. So 4 into 10 power 3 divided by 8, that will give 0.5 into 10 power 3 ohm. 0.5 into 10 power 3 ohm, in the sense it will give 50 ohm. Yes, 10 power 2, yes, of course, 5, yes, it will give 500 ohms. 0.5 into 10 power 3. So 1 point if you are shifting to this point, in the sense this power becomes reduces 10 power 2. So 5 into 10 power 2, in the sense 500 ohm. So this is a typical example. R is equal to 500 ohm of this conductor. Yes, how we understand very clearly, right? And sometimes they want to play with you in exam point of view. Here I have drawn a graph, VI graph, right? Here this straight line indicates for one temperature that I denoted as T1, and here I denoted as next temperature T2 for the same material. Assume that this is as 36 degree or 35 degree, this is as 40 degree, okay, or this one is 40 degree, consider this one is 40 degree, this one is 35 degree, right? So from that, which one will have higher resistance? So remember that in a graph, this straight line, yes, which one have steepest value when y axis should be V and x axis should be current I. That time which one have steepest straight line, that will have more resistance value. If you are taking this point, okay, calculate this point, so this will give less I value, but it gives more V value. So we know that R is equal to V by I. So V is maximum, I is minimum, right? That will give more resistance value. When compare this one steeper, not steepest, steeper, that will give somehow lesser than this straight line, yes, because the temperatures get reduced, so therefore the resistance value is decreases in that value. Is it clear? Yes. And sometimes they want to twist the question in the sense, this I should be goes to here and V should be go to here. That time which one will have more resistance? Remember that this is V, this is I. In that case, this will become more resistance because V in x axis and I in y axis. Remember that equation and what they given in x and y axis, remember that. Please keep it in your mind. This V and I, what they given, in which axis they given, from that only we can able to identify the resistance value or comparing the resistance value between two straight lines. I hope you understand well.